Let's talk about promoted listings. Promoted listings, very controversial in the eBay world, but I'm just going to talk about today about what I do when it comes to promoting listings, how I set up promoted listings, what I use as my campaign, and what I have found to be super effective that have helped boost my eBay sales. Now, disclaimer, what I talk about today is only what I do. There's so many different ways to run the business. Some people promote high, some people promote low, some people do not promote at all. You have to decide to do whatever works for you and for your business, and to know your numbers, to know exactly what you're willing to give away. Let's be honest, none of us want to give eBay more fees than we need to, okay? But eBay is a company, so they run something called promoted listings, and they also do another form of promoted listings where it's pay per click. I'll do a video on that in the future. I haven't yet tested that, but I am going to do so to see what the results are. Anyway, when it comes to promoted listings, I have a campaign set up where I promote all of my items automatically at 7%. That's right, 7%. Now, to a lot of you, that might shock you. You might say, you are giving away so much money. You're so stupid. Why are you doing that? Now, for me, the reason I promote a 7%, and I've tried the whole 0%, I tried the 1% when it let us do so, I tried the 2%, I've done right the way up to 10%. I now find 7% is my sweet spot because I'm willing to give away that. And that's the way you have to look at promoted listings. How much money are you willing to give away to eBay to help your item sell quicker? That's what it comes down to. So for the people who may be new to eBay, who have not promoted before, effectively what a promoted listing does is put you higher in the search, okay? So it's not necessarily going to help you sell the item if your item is rubbish. Let me give you an example. If I was to list a Primark white plain t-shirt with a couple of bean stains on it, and I was to list that item for $19.99, it's a size small on eBay, that item 99.9% of the time is not going to sell. So even if I was to promote the item at 99% and give all the money to eBay, it's very unlikely the item is going to sell. On the flip side, if I was to say list an iPhone or a brand new box PlayStation 5 at market or under market, I probably don't even have to promote that item at all. Because it's desirable, it's a good item, the item will sell itself. If I was to, however, promote the item at say 2%, 5%, 10%, it might sell quicker. And the reason behind that is when you promote an item, eBay effectively puts that item at the top of your search. What they're looking for there is to encourage you to pay eBay to get eyes on the item quicker. Not always a good thing, as I mentioned, so don't just feel, let me just promote all my items at 50% in the store and they're all going to sell. It will not be the case. You need to make sure, as I mentioned earlier, it's a desirable item that people want. The promotion is a tool to help it move a bit quicker. Now, I have so many items that sell via promoted, also have so many items that sell via not promoted. The difficult thing is, eBay is a business. eBay will tell you when it's a promoted sale, but we do not know. We do not get any information where that customer has actually come from. So effectively eBay can say, James, we're going to give you 10 sales today. We're going to do 6 promoted, 4 not promoted. Truth be told, I don't know whether that's true or whether eBay have just chucked the charge on it because they can. And that's the annoying thing about promotions. You don't really have a control over whether it's fact or fiction. You just have to trust in eBay and believe it is right. Now, what I have recently changed in my promotions, and shout out to Cap'n Apparel as well, who actually mentioned this on a live chat and actually messaged me. Actually, I've changed it to dynamic rate. So what dynamic rate actually means is I have it capped at 7%. So eBay will charge me a maximum of 7% to promote that item only when it sells. And remember, all of these charges are not upfront, it's only when it sells. So that is the maximum I am willing to give away, 7%. By having it dynamic and not fixed, it means sometimes I will sell an item via promotion and it might be at 2%, it might be at 2.5%, it might be at 5%, it might be at 6.5%, it might be at 3%, it might be at 7%. but 7% is the maximum I'm ever going to have to give away. Now, controversial promotion is a lot of people do not promote at all. The reason I promote is I look for items to sell through quickly. I would rather list an item up today for, let's keep it easy, list an item up today for £100 and give away that £7 on the item, which is the 7%, and sell it today, compared to listing the item up for £100, not promoting it at all, and it's selling in 2 weeks' time. The reason being is I can reinvest that money many times over on brand new items, sell them items through, buy more items, sell the items through, and make more money overall than the person who might not promote and leave it sitting there and be willing to wait, as I say, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, however long for the item to sell when it's not promoted. Now, one of the things I do want to look at and potentially change, and I mentioned it earlier, you don't have to promote every item. I promote every item as soon as it is listed. So I list the item, it automatically goes into a promotions campaign, it goes live on eBay, promoted from day one. There is people who will leave it for a week and then promote, will leave it for a couple of weeks and then promote. What I'm looking at actually changing is creating a couple more campaigns. So I might look at keeping the 7% for most items, have a say 5% or a 3% for certain items, and have a no promotion campaign for other items. So when I list a desirable item, it might be an item with say a 200% sell-through rate. Them items I probably would leave off the promotion rate at first to see how they get on without being promoted. What we all don't want to do is give eBay money for the sake of giving eBay money. We all know at the moment that eBay fees are super high and they're only going to go higher and higher. I think because of the fee increase, a lot of people are looking to either move off of eBay as a platform. I've seen a lot of people actually quit reselling recently over more fee increases. So I am looking at my business in a way how I can actually bring that promoted cost down and still make the same amount of sales. And I feel that sometimes with some of my items, I am kind of chucking money away for the sake of it. But majority of the time, I'm happy to give away that 7% to get the item to sell quick. Now look, as I said at the start of the video, it's always a super controversial thing, promoted listings, because there's no rights or wrongs. I used to promote, as I say, at 1% and used to do okay sales wise. And then eBay changed it to the whole 2% minimum thing, and I moved up to 2%. As I say, I've gone up to 10%, and when I dropped down to 7%, I felt a bit of a kick, and I don't mind saying that, but that is naturally going to come. So what I will say, and the only advice I will potentially give you, is work out what works for you and your business. Use the eBay sales calculator, which I've talked about before, completely free tool, and actually punch in your numbers, punch in your averages and see how much you're willing to give away to sell the item today. And that's the thing I always say when looking at your rates. How much are you willing to give away if the item is going to sell today? There's many items I list up and I promote and they sell within an hour, 2 hours, couple of days. There's many items I list up that promote that don't sell straight away. So you need to look at the items you're putting in your store. That is super important. Don't just throw crap at the wall and hope it sticks. That is not going to make you sales on eBay. Look at your sell-through rate. Look at the quality of your items, look at the pricing, and then use the promoted listing as a tool to help get that item selling quicker so you can reinvest the money. Let me know down below in the comments whether you promote at all, at what percent you promote at what percentage you've tried promoting it. Have you gone up really high? Have you had much success? Have you brought it down? Do you have mixed campaigns? Let me know, do you promote from day one? Do you let the items sit for a little bit before you promote? What is your promotion strategy? And the joy of this is I'm telling you what I do. Tell me what you do. There's no rights or wrongs. I know people are going to come in the comments and say, you're giving away too much money. Fair enough, you think I am. It works for me. You might not want to give away as much. You might not sell as many items. It might not sell quicker. No rights or wrongs, but let me know in the comments what you do. Tomorrow I'm going to come with a new video. We're going to talk about free postage versus paid for postage. And before we get to that video, just remember, nothing in life is free. See you in the next video.